Hello, this is Lisa from Happy Stamp, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make these cute bookmarkers. I saw these online somewhere, the how-to of it. They weren't using Stampin' UP product or anything, so, but I thought they were really neat, and some people still like to, read books instead of their Kindle or whatever electronic device that they use, and my daughter is one of those. She absolutely loves books, so I will most likely be giving a couple of these to her, and I was going to bring a book in here to show you how they work, and I forgot, so I'm just going to take a couple of pieces. This is we're using the designer series papers from the Tutti Frutti 6x6 pack, and say this is a book, and you're just gonna take your bookmark. It's got magnets down at the bottom, and you're just gonna slip it over. So we'll open up the book, pretend to open up the book, and slip this on here, and then it stays put. Doesn't come out at all, and that's because of the magnets. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. All right, so this one I made out of the designer series paper that is called Sweet Soiree Specialty Designer Series paper. Alright, and then these two I made out of the Tutti Frutti 6x6 pack. So I was going to do this one, but then I made this one and I like this one, so I'm going to make this one. So we'll just put these up over here for an example here. The magnets I got on Amazon, and they are just these little bitty round magnets. They're about the size of our glue dots. That's the brand HHOOME. They're 0.2 inch, and there's 100 in here. So I can also put the link down below so that you can, they were like $6.99, and there's 100 in here, so you can make 50 bookmarks. You can't, the magnets are right in here, right here, and then they just snap together. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. For this one, I have a piece of lemon lime twist, and this measures 2 inches by 10 inches, and I have scored it at 5. So we will just fold that in half. I'm going to get my bone folder and make a good crease at the top. All right. I'm going to bring in my envelope punch board because I'm going to be using the corner rounder that it has in here. This is the only corner rounder that we have right now. There is the Project Life corner rounder that you may have from our retired catalog, but I don't even like that one very much. It never seemed to work out correctly for me. All right, so I've rounded the corners of this. I have a piece of designer series paper that measures 1 7/8 by 4 7/8, and I am just going to round down at the bottom again. Okay. I have another piece of designer series paper, and this is 1 by 1 7/8. So basically, this is 2 inches. I just took an eighth of an inch off of this designer series paper is what I did. And I have a piece of Whisper White that is 1 7/8 by 4 7/8, and that is for the inside. You could put to and from in here, just write a little message, you know, or you don't even have to put anything in there. You know, they're not really going to see it, but I just thought it would be nice. I'll probably write a little message in here for her, depending on, they all have the cardstock in there. I don't know which one I'm going to give her yet. I haven't decided. And I have made them all different heights. This one is 5 1/2. This one is 5, and this one is 4 1/4. And I just did that because I had scraps laying around that were that long, so I just divided them in half. And that's all I did. That's all you have to do. So these are a good thing to use your scraps on. All right, so we'll get that out of the way for the moment. Get all of our little things out of the way. All right, so I'm going to take my piece of Designer Series paper, and I'm going to use my Tombow. Make sure that I get right up to the edges as close as I can, but you don't want to get right on the edge because it will ooze out on you when you press it down. So ask me how I know. So we're going to put that on there, and since we use the glue, we can wiggle it around to get that in the middle. And I got a little glue down there. So I just wipe that off, and then when it dries, I will take my adhesive eraser and I'll just get the remaining glue off there, because it'll be tacky if I just leave it there, and I don't want it to get stuck on the pages and ruin her book. So as soon as that dries all the way, I will be fixing that right up. All right, so I'm going to take this piece of Whisper White and this little piece of Designer Series paper. I'm going to do the same thing. Just going to mat this on here. It's just a little bit to dress it up on the inside. Like I said, definitely not something that needs to be done, but I just thought it would look pretty. So this goes right in here. And I'm going to get a wet cloth and just wipe that glue off. Just make sure that that's right on the edge there. All right, good. All right, now for the magnets. I take the magnets. I'm going to take our glue dots. Get my paper piercer. I'm going to take a glue dot. I'm going to put that where I want it on the inside here. I'm going to take one of my magnets. These are very strong magnets. Very strong. All right, so I have 2 here. I'm just going to set one right on top of that glue dot, right there. I'm going to take the other one and I'm just going to put that right on top there. I'm going to take another glue dot, put that on top of my second magnet, just like that. Close this up. And then I have a magnet on each side. Now we're going to cover these up. So I'm going to take my white piece here, and for this I'm going to use some Terran tape because I want to make sure that this piece of white cardstock stays absolutely still. or in place, I guess I should say. So I am making sure that I get this as close to the edge as I can. And then I'm just ripping it. Okay. And the same thing right down at the bottom. Make sure that I get it as close to the edge as I can. All right. And then I'm just going to take a piece of some fast fuse and I'm just going to put that right down in the middle. All right, so we will take our backing off here. All right, so this is going to go right over the top of the magnet. Try and leave an even border on all four sides, just like that. Okay. I have just a little bit from my corner rounder. There we go. Just a little sliver. All right, so there. That goes like that. Now I have another piece of lemon lime twist, and that's just going to go right over here. I don't want the magnet, of course, to come off, so that's just going to go right over the top of that, and there's really no need to decorate that side because you really are not going to see that side. So, oops, let me bring in my corner rounder again, and I'm just going to use that to, or my envelope punch board it is. Just going to use that to round my corners again. And that's going to go right over the top of the magnet. And I am going to use my fast fuse again. I just don't want that going anywhere. And normally I would just tear this and I wouldn't care, but I want a straight edge because I want it as close to the edge as I can possibly get. Okay. I'm going to put it down here also. Actually, let me take this off so that I can get it right up to the edge. And I'm just trying not to rip the paper. And it is good and sticky. All right. Okay. Now we will take off the rest of this release paper here. And that is going to go right down at the bottom. And this is actually the same size. So this is 1 inch by 2. Because it is right the same size as the bookmark. Okay. So it is not coming off. at all. And you're not seeing the magnet. So it's nice and pretty. All right, let's get to decorating. So I'm using the Fruit Basket stamp set. And I'm using the punch pack, the itty bitty punch pack, or I don't think it's called that anymore, but I'm missing the strawberry. There's a strawberry. And I am not quite sure where that is. There's 4 punches. And I didn't use it, so where did it go? Pear, pineapple, half of a either a watermelon, lime, lemon, grapefruit, and then there is a strawberry. That is really weird. Where is my strawberry? Well, I am sure that it is around here somewhere. Okay, so put that back in there. It's gonna bother me now until I find it. So after this, I'm going to be scouring my craft room here to see if I can find that. I know where it is. I have a class next week, and it's in with my class stuff. Haha. Whew. Okay, I'm all good. All right. Excuse me. All right. So for the decorations, I need a piece of lemon lime twist, a piece of Calypso coral. I'm going to use the Starburst punch and use that for the lemon lime twist. And then the 2-inch punch for the Calypso coral. All right. All right. These two can be attached together. I'll use my Tombow. And those can go together. All right, set that aside to let that dry. I have a scrap of Whisper White here and my lemon lime twist. I am going to punch the bowl out of lemon lime twist. Let me get my Stampin' Pierce mat here. That goes on there. I'll make sure to get a good image. And I'm also going to grab a piece of another just scrap because I'm going to stamp off. And then I'm going to use the not so strong colored bowl. Except I punched a little, well, that's okay because I'm going to be cutting that out. I'm going to be fussy cutting this, so I'm not going to worry about that. Take that off. I need the outside of the bowl now. This piece right here. I should have had that done so you don't have to watch me fussy cut that out, but oh well. I'm just inking this up full strength this time, and we'll see how I do. Sorry, I have to bring this closer. Not too bad. Not perfect, but it's all right. So I'm going to let that dry for a few minutes. All All right, I need a few more. So I just have some scraps of paper here. I already have a couple, well, a few done. And I need, I think, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. So I've already done the yellow, which is the lemon. And for the lemon, I used crushed curry for the rind and Daffodil Delight for the inside. I need another of the, well, I need 2 more of the, I don't know, I think this would be more like a grapefruit. So let me stamp a couple more of those. All right, I need that little heart. I don't want to lose it, so let me put it back on here for a second. Comes from that stamp set. So I'm going to use this little piece here, which looks like a watermelon, but it can also be the citruses, and then the rind. I'm going to take the Calypso Coral. And I need 2 more of these. Okay. Then the outside, the rind part, is going to be Peekapoo Peach. All right, not too bad. Then I need 3 more of the limes. So I'm just using the lemon lime twist for that. Let me get, and I'll use this piece right here. All right, so, oh, it looks like I only need 2 because I have 1 there. So I only need 2. So this is the inside. And then the rind. There we go. All right, so then you can take your little wedge cutter here and just put that in there, and it does not leave a white border around the punches at all. So this one punches out right along the edge and even cuts out some of the color. All right, so there are those 2 pieces, and my lime. All right. All right, so now I can take this little bowl, and I am cutting right on the edge of what reminds me of a Pyrex bowl. Definitely from the 50s. I love retro stuff. So this is like right up my alley. Right? And this is pretty easy to fussy cut around. And I'm not a great fussy cutter, but what you want to do is move your paper and not your scissors. All right. There we go. There's our bowl. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my lemon lime twist marker with the brush tip end, and I'm going to run that right along the edge of the bowl in case, well, there's going to be white along the edge, and I don't really want you to be able to see that, so that covers that up. Okay, now let's get this bowl full of little pieces of fruit. All right. I need some glue, and I'm going to use my fast fuse just right up at the top. Okay. And I'm just going to start layering these pieces of fruit here. Right in the bowl. All right, let's put another one. Now I'm going to use a little bit of Tombow because I don't want that. If I put fast fuse on there, it's just going to pull it right off. All right, so let's use, let's use this one, I guess. And that can go right here. Take the other lime slice and put that over here. And our lemon. Can go right here. And then we'll put our other lime right here. Oops, stick it to my finger. Get some more glue back there. I have it on my finger, so it's sticking right to it. Just a tad. There we go. All right. Now this can go on your center here, and I'm going to, that's got fast fuse on it, remember, so that's why it was sticking to my finger. I'm going to put a little white glue down here, just to make sure that none of that is going to fall off. Wow, I'm just all over the place today. It's because I'm trying to be careful and not get any glue or mess up my white paper here. That's why that's happening. All right. There we go. Now I will take this, just put a little spot right there. And put another slice right down here. All right. Now I have taken and already colored some of our little, what are these called? These things are in our occasions catalog, glitter and clear epoxy shapes. So we have, I don't know if you can, we have teardrops, smaller circles and larger circles, and some are glittery and some are clear. And then I have taken my light Old Olive blend and I have colored a few of them. This is the dark Old Olive. This is the light Old Olive. I think these are for a different project. So I've just colored those, and it just gives it, you don't really want to put a lot of bulk on here because you don't want to ruin like the inside of your book, your pages. You don't want to like make them lumpy or anything. So you try and keep these as, there we go, as flat as possible. Yet I still want to put a little something on there. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to take this little teeny heart that is in the stamp set. And I'm going to take, let's see, I used Lemon Lime Twist, Calypso Coral, and Daffodil Delight. And what I did is I just stamped a few little hearts on the paper in a few places. Some of them they're not even going to be able to see. Whoops.
My credit score. Credit Karma. Don't worry, it's free. Credit Karma. Give yourself some credit.
Sorry about that. I must have hit something. All right, now I will lemon lime twist here. And now the Calypso Coral. And then I forgot to do one of each on the inside. There we go. Okay. And we will take some more of the Tombow. I would probably, if I was doing this on a card, use dimensionals, but since we want to keep this flat, and we want to make sure that we put it on that side. This side I decorated too. I'm not going to do that with this one. Or I wouldn't say decorate, but I covered it with some designer series paper. All right, and there it is. Now the other thing I think that I will do is, I don't have any more Wink of Stella, but I do have this Spectrum Noir Sparkle pen, and You want to be careful and not get it around the white because it will reactivate. But you can just take that, so you can use your Wink of Stella, but mine, I have had to order some more because I used it all. Just gives the pieces of fruit a little sparkle. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Oh, I can see it. I don't know if you can see it, but I can definitely see it. And missing this one right here. There we go. All right, so that is how you make these cute, cute bookmarks. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment below and I'll be happy to answer them. All supplies, except for the magnets, can be purchased through my online store at www.happystamp.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.